time that I look in the mirror, all these lines on my face getting clearer. The past is gone.
Well, good afternoon. We are live at the No Quarter Ranch in Citrus Springs, Florida. It is a beautiful, sunny Saturday afternoon, and we are now picking up our program in our B Main Championship as part of the 2024 MultiGP Pro Class version of the MultiGP Championship. Yeah, Pro Class, it has been a battle. We started at the beginning of 2024. There were 935 pilots attending one of 201 global qualifiers in 17 different countries, and at the end of the global qualifying season around the globe, 935 pilots from 38 different countries were globally ranked. From there, at the end of the season, we invited positions 151 and above to compete in this week's Sport Class Championship on Tuesday and Wednesday. Then we opened the floodgates for the pros, the robots, and the aliens to race here over the course of Thursday, Friday, and today to see who is going to be the 2024 MultiGP champion. Of those 935 going to the pro, the top 150, 58 rolled in to the No Quarter Ranch at the start of qualifying yesterday, and we have now taken that field down to the top 28 fastest drone racers in the industry, getting sent to wage battle here this afternoon, and of course in our championship top 16 here tonight. We'll introduce you to some of those pilots here momentarily, but first, if you're just joining us for the first time here this afternoon, welcome. We're going to talk to you a little bit about our format that we're going to get through before we crown our B Main champions. It all starts with that traditional bracket, the MultiGP top 16 double elimination bracket. There's a look at our preliminary round. Matches 1, 2, 3, 4 on the screen. As we look to match number 1, the top 2 in match 1 are going to go to match number 6 in the middle of the screen. The top 2 in that will go to match 11, the semifinal of the winner's bracket. And the top 2 in match 11 are going to our championship top 16 tonight. And we're going to race them off as well this afternoon in a Chase the Ace race for our B Main champion prizes. Now, you can be third and fourth once. That would put you in the redemption bracket, and in the redemption bracket you can actually work your way back all the way into that final 4 to advance to the top 16 tonight and for those podium prizes as well. But it is double elimination. Third or fourth twice, you will be eliminated, and finishing in that, well, top 28 of the fastest drone racers in the world here at the 2024 MultiGP Championship. Well, we're going to meet one of those top drone racing pilots. Last year, he was our second runner-up, third on our podium, and here this afternoon, he comes in 13th this week as our top qualifier, the B Main. Proximo is on the sidelines with Shames to...
And what has this year been like having the success last year? If you don't know, Proxima was on our podium, third place at the World Championship last year. Coming in this year, I'm sure you've got a lot of pressure on yourself and expectations, but how does that seem to affect you here coming to 2024 champs?
There is some extra pressure, although I'm trying to just shove it under and maintain confidence. Don't want to let the pressure get to me. So whatever happens, happens. Going to go try my best, but that's all.
And what is the track been like for you? How do you feel about this track this year?
I actually really like the track. It's a lot smaller than last year, more technical, which I tend to enjoy. Lap times are definitely faster, a few seconds I would say, but pretty flowy. I like it.
Incredible. We are looking forward to seeing your flying on this track, rooting for Proximo. I'm sure you guys should need to be rooting for Proximo as well, and we're going to see you later on in this bracket. Good luck, Proximo. All right. Joe?
I like it. Last year, top 3 in the world, and comes back a year later to defend that podium finish, and whatever happens, happens. Que sera, que sera. That's scary if you're that laid back, knowing, well, things are going to happen here this afternoon. Well, we're going to take a look here at the track that we're flying on at the 2024 MultiGP Championship. It was designed by the #1 man on the global leaderboard, Hyper, and it is stationed here, set up here at the No Quarter Ranch. Let's go for your track fly-through. On the sticks, we got free, picking things up here on the start-finish gate over to the fin swoopy section. Up and over that gate we go. High gate over here as we line things up on the Pilot Institute dive gate. Now it's a double ladder up as we go from low elevation to high elevation into our Hobby Wing dive cube, then to the center of the track. The triple stack gate, the TBS triple, looking for 3 split S's or a slalom on our way down. Up and over the hurdle, over to our bow tie section. There are 4 gates as we stitch it up tight over on the far side, and then line things up here to this really technical feature. We're calling it the cube screw, and who's going to win that right there? Is that our grand prize? Over the Cybertruck we go to our checkered line. That's what it looks like in the daytime, but nighttime is the right time as we go through the white, the red, the blue sections. Fin swoopy section in the white section. Over to the Pilot Institute dive gate, still in the white. Now over to the red with that double ladder up to start that section. Over to the Hobby Wing dive cube, still in red as we get to the midway point. It's the tower, the TBS triple tower, as we transition from red to blue here in just a few. As we go over that hurdle, then we go to the blue bow tie section. Those 4 gates stitched up, dialed up, tied up, and now over to our cube screw in the green. Why is it green? Well, because someone's going to win their share of $15,000 at the end of the night. From the green, we go to the checkered, daytime and nighttime. There's a tour of the track of the 2024 MultiGP Drone Racing Championship. Our first heat is out on the line and getting set to fly. We talked about the bracket. Top 2 moving up, bottom 2 moving down, and I kind of grazed over it, but we are also doing bumps from the B main to the top 16. We've done that all event long. If you are in the top 4 at the end of the bracket, at the end of the B main, you are already moving on up to our championship top 16. The top 16, of course, set aside already. Our top 12 a lock into tonight's top 16 championship. And now these 16 pilots in our B main, including our 4 bump ups from earlier today's C main, comprise our 16 pilots vying for those 4 positions to move up. In match number 1, we have one of our bump ups in the C main, our reserve champion of the 2024 C main at Pro Champs from Miami, Florida, Jose FPV. The number 23 seed this week from Powell, Tennessee, Abnormal, is back. Former collegiate champion Pino is your second highest seed in this one, 18th this week. And your high seed here in match number 1 from Germany, it's Mojo FPV, 15th in qualifying here this week. Now, if we didn't do the bumps, he would be in our championship top 16. Now he needs to earn his way into the top 16 by being in our final 4 on our podium in our B main championship. Pilots are sent to fly. First heat of the afternoon, about to go green. Good luck, pilots. Arm your quads. Live on the tone in less than 5. Fantastic start underway. We go. Whole shot going to go to Mojo FPV, your high seed, as you got the other three almost on top of each other. Trying to reel in Mojo, and that's Pino putting the pressure on the leader. Pino now just ahead of Mojo FPV. Now you want to be top two, and Mojo was in second. Now he's going to the back of the pack. Abnormal with issues, and now Mojo back on his way. Not enough for Jose FPV to catch up as of yet, I believe. But yeah, we got Mojo Pino on lap number 2. And then here comes Jose FPV onto that lead lap, 7.7 seconds away from the transfer position. Holy, they are making it happen right now, huh? Watching Mojo and Pino. Mojo just ahead of Pino. Pino was ahead for a little bit, and they're 1 and 2 onto lap number 3. 2 down, 1 to go. They're separated by half a second, putting on a clinic and a demonstration. Chase cam after chase cam, and there's Jose FPV, 7.9 seconds back from the transfer position from the preliminary bracket into the winner's bracket. Otherwise, he's Consolation bracket bound. We're about to wave a checker flag for the German Mojo FPV, our first winner of the afternoon. Moving on up in our winner's bracket, Pino finishing up 0.7 of a second back behind him in second, and results are unofficial. Jose FPV in third, Abnormal in fourth, and results are unofficial. They are under review, and I hear that we are reviewing Mojo FPV. Mojo FPV is under review by our officials there on the sideline. That was just a start, a precursor of what is yet to come over the course of the afternoon. Match number 1 with our officials going to the tape right now. I want to thank our great partners of the 2024 MultiGP Championship here at the No Quarter Ranch in Citrus Springs, Florida. Our thanks to iFlight, dedicated to creating enjoyable and immersive flights for everyone by going above and beyond what you think drones can do. Shop.iflight.com. We got that dive gate out there, brought to you by Pilot Institute. They are the official MultiGP Part 107 training provider. Pilot Institute offers courses on drones and airplanes from world-class experts. Pass the Part 107 or even get your private pilot exam and take to the skies at pilotinstitute.com. They've been in business a while. They got 24,500 five-star reviews and over 250,000 pilots that have gotten their certifications through Pilots Institute. It's a 99.8% success rate. 250,000 to the good, 500 not so much. Thank you, Pilot Institute. Word comes in, results are official on that last one. So Mojo and Pino going to match number 6, no channel changes. Jose FPV and Abnormal to match number 5, no channel changes, no channel changes. Don't forget, pilots, if you do crash at the back of the track, we got Pavelos and Chris M. FPV ready to be drone runners in the golf cart to retrieve your quad for you. In this one, we have our third place finisher in the C main, our bump up from the C to the B, Static from Vermont. The number 22 seed this week from Virginia, Uptime FPV. The number 19 seed from California, Star Platte. And top 15, 14th in qualifying, Dubicki. Getting set to go green. Good luck, pilots. Arm your quadcopters. We are live on the tone in less than 5. Fantastic start for our field. Whole shot going to Star Platte. Issues, I think, there for Uptime and Dubicki. It is Star Platte out front. We got Static and Uptime FPV tangling up here for position. I think we got Dubicki. No, Dubicki sliding up into second now as we bring Star Platte onto lap number 2. Dubicki 1.3 seconds back. Uptime FPV running third, just a mere 10th or 2 behind him. And looking for Static to get onto that lead lap. He's in the cube screw section. And onto lap 2, we take Static and still chasing Star Platte. Dubicki still running second. Uptime trying to make a move as well. 0.2 of a second between Dubicki and Uptime for the transfer position, and they're not too far behind Star Platte. So no ticket punched as of yet as we continue to watch Uptime and Dubicki battle it out here. Uptime getting just ahead of Dubicki. Dubicki trying to go full send, and Uptime with a mistake. Dubicki getting by Uptime after the error, and Dubicki will get second in that one to move into our winners bracket, along with your match 2 winner Star Plat. Uptime FPV gonna get 3rd, and Static gonna get 4th. And results on that one also under review. The only thing that we know is Star Plat is good. Star Plat, you are good. You are gonna go to match number 6. Dubicki, Uptime, and Static. Your fate is in the hands of our judges right now, as Dubicki, Uptime, and Static, all 3 of them under review. So that one could take a few. Maybe we should just bump them and adjust if we need to. Let's take Star Plat and Dubicki to match number 6. And so Star Plat going to go to race band 7. Star Plat going to race band 7, Dubicki to race band 8, as long as you pass the test. And Uptime, Static going to match number 5. And looks like a channel change for Uptime to race band 1, Static to race band 2 when you guys come back in match number 5. So official finish order swapping a little bit there so far. They're dropping Uptime into 4th. He missed a gate, and so he officially gets 4th. That doesn't change anything. Still bumping to match number 5. Still has that channel change. I think I said going to race band 2. But big question here is Dubicki, who was 2nd in that one. Make sure he is good. Otherwise, we're going to have to bump Static in. I believe Static was good. I've heard Static was good. I believe I heard that. I say that with 75% certainty. Uptime wasn't. Was definitely 4th. Dubicki still under review. Our judges are working on that behind the scenes, and we'll get you that update as soon as we get it. Thank you to HQ Prop. Man, we are going through props this weekend, huh? These pro pilots. Fly a pack, doesn't matter. Got to put new props on. And word comes in, Dubicki was good. So finish order, Star Plat 1st, Dubicki 2nd, Static 3rd, Uptime 4th. And as I bumped them and assigned channels, that remains the same. Thank you, HQ Prop. Maximum control and responsiveness at speed, hqprop.com. And we also want to thank our friends at GemFan. GemFan Mike was with us. Check out those hot sales at GemFan, gfprops.com. Hit hot sales. Get some deals on that GemFan gear. Preliminary round number 3. Pilots are sent to fly. We're going green, including our champion of the sea main. Pilots, arm your quads. Live on the tone in less than 5. There's a go, Tone. Usually would love to do a big introduction there, but we are cooking in the sun as we're above 90 here in the sunshine. We got Scorb, our winner of the sea main, making the trip here from Germany. You got Geek from Italia, the Sloth from USA, and Arvin FPV from Germany. Underway, we're chasing our C main champion. Scorb, your leader after 1. Then the Sloth, Geek, Arvin FPV. 2.2 seconds separating all 4 pilots. That means this one could be our tightest race of the afternoon so far. We just lost Arvin, but he was running in 4th anyway. Not much changing here at the front. We're still chasing Scorb, but Geek and the Sloth are right on top of him. It's Scorb, Sloth, Geek, 1, 2, and 3. A 3-way push for those 2 transfer positions right now. Scorb out of that tower, leading that charge into the bow tie section. Sloth right with them. Geek is with them as well, running 3rd. But right now, Scorb, now Sloth, now Scorb to the gate first. Scorb with the win of match number 3. So a bump up, trying to become a double bump up, as it were. A win going to Scorb. Then we drop 1.3 seconds back to the Sloth FPV in 2nd. The Geek pulls up 3rd, and that gives Arvin FPV 4th. So no channel changes to worry about. We're going to take Scorb and the Sloth FPV to match number 8. No channel changes. Geek and Arvin FPV to match number 7. No channel changes. No channel changes. And no suspense there, no drama. No drama. Results are official. Results are official. They wanted drama. I'm sorry. We got lots of races to get to. If you want drama, you came to the right place, but you're a little early. You're a little early. Oh, Chris Thomas just showed up. You called? I heard my name. Not yet. You're early too. I'm good. Yeah. Oh, you? Yes, sir. We also want to thank our friends at Beta FPV, dedicated to creating FPV drones and parts with superior quality by helping more people get into the FPV hobby and enjoy the joy of flying, speed, and exploration. BetaFPV.com. And of course, much love to HD0. Yes, sir. Feel the HD resolution with near zero latency. We talked about that success rate. 99.8% of pilots graduate Pilot Institute with their certification. It's almost the same percentage of pilots flying HD0 here at the 2024 MultiGP Championship. It's got to be in that 90%. It's a choice of the champions, the reserve champions, the second runner-ups, and those that got the ribbons as well. Thank you, HD0. Of course, the pilot feeds that we are produced here on the MultiGP YouTube channel are actually from HD0. We actually have the stat right now. Yeah, the actual stat, 89.7% of the craft here are HD0 enabled. That's a big number. Match number 4 with your 4th in the C main bump up, Red 5, 21 in qualifying this week, Tamate, 20th in qualifying, Miwo, and your TQ of the B main, Proximo, last year's second runner-up. I'm hearing a Paul issue for Red 5. Red 5 has a quad issue. He swapped. Oh, we forgot an antenna on the radio. Dang. You kind of need that. Yes, sir. I think he was doing some sim work in between. Took that antenna off so he could be flying the official track in our official sim, MultiGP Velocidrone. Those at home that are following along, we're excited to have you with us here on the MultiGP YouTube channel. You too can fly this track. At the exact same time, you want to fire up the gaming PC beside whatever you're enjoying your broadcast on. Basically sit there, and when you hear the go tone, launch in the sim, race in real time. We build the track exactly to the specs as designed by Hyper in 2024 in the sim. Just look for the 2024 MultiGP Championship track by Hyper in the sim Velocidrone. You can race along with these top 28 pilots in the world vying for the title of 2024 MultiGP champion. We all got radios, antennas, and goggles, and we're ready to fly. Pilots, arm your quads. Live on the tone in less than 5. Off to the races we go. Proximo, your high seed with the hole shot. He's got Miwo right with him. Tamate and Red 5 not too far back. And Miwo just about made a pass, and Miwo just made the pass as Proximo crashed out. Now, earlier I skipped over it. I know we talked about it greatly in our pilot meeting. We have Chase the Ace lined up for our B main. We're going to run the final 4 repeatedly until someone gets 2 aces, 2 wins. We had Iron Man mode engaged, and we just lost it. Miwo, Tamate, Red 5, your running order. Everyone's separated by 1 to 2 seconds after 1 lap down. White flag flying, 1 more to go for Miwo. Tamate, 1.8 seconds back, and then Red 5 hot on the heels of Tamate, separated by about 0.5 of a second until Red 5 bounced off the Pilot Institute dive gate. And so now Tamate with about a 3-second lead over Red 5 for that number 2 transfer position. And here we go with Miwo, the winner of match number 4, moving on up into our winners brackets. Second going to go to Tomate, our pilot here representing the entire country of Chile. We got Red 5 finishing up third, 6.5 seconds back from the transfer position. And our TQ top qualifier, Proximo, pulling up a fourth. And so that may be bad news for him, but that could give him an extra pack through the brackets under pressure over everyone and into that Final Four to redeem himself as well. We're going to take Miwo and Tomate to match number 8. Channel change for Miwo, going to race band 1. And into the Consolation bracket, we take Red 5 and Proximo. Proximo with a channel change, going to race band number 2 when you come back with Red 5 in match number 7. That was match number 4 complete. We're here at the No Quarter Ranch in Citrus Springs, Florida. Great location. If there's a place to go in Florida, it is it. Not because it's such a great drone racing venue, but super easy to get to. Cheapest airport pretty much to fly into in North America, Las Vegas. Second, Orlando. Sometimes cheaper than Orlando, Tampa. And the No Quarter Ranch, fly into Orlando, fly into Tampa, whichever works for you, whichever is more cost efficient. It is the exact same distance to either of those international airports. It is the home for the 4th time of the MultiGP Championship, home to a lot of other championships throughout the year. Also a good practice field for a lot of those TV pilots that put in their reservations when they fly into America to practice for one of those feature events. And on top of that, a local chapter here with FPV Addiction and the No Quarter Ranch hosting a venue for all of those local pilots, a place to play, train, have fun, compete, and shine. Thank you to Lead Boy, Lead Girl, our hosts here at the No Quarter Ranch. We're going to our first elimination race of the afternoon. We're back with them right after this.
Flying FPV drones is awesome. Fixing them, not so much. The second you have a problem, you're forced to go to the internet to search through hours upon hours of YouTube videos with no guarantee that you're even going to solve the problem. Before you know it, you've spent more time fixing your FPV drone than you spent actually flying your FPV drone. We've created FPV Pit Stop. This is a problem-solved guaranteed service connecting you with an FPV drone professional who will make sure you get your FPV drone back in the air. If you don't have the time, the skills, or the resources to repair the drone by yourself, you can send your drone in to our repair service and we will fly it, test it, and tune it, and send it back to you every single month. So many people have had to give up their dream of flying FPV because they haven't been able to get their drone in the air, and it's time for that to stop. If you're interested in learning more about FPV Pit Stop, there's information in the link below. We are so excited to launch this service, we are so excited to help people, and we are so excited for you to start flying more FPV.
My wife watched that commercial the other night and said, I think that Heads Up FPV and Mondo came up with that program just by all the phone calls from Just Jay. Thank you, Fly533, for your support of this event. We're at match number 5. That means we are sending a couple of pilots home. They're going to finish up in that 25 to 28 range. However, the top 2 staying alive. Good luck, pilots. Arm your quads. Live on the tone in less than 5. We're off to the races there, and 4 up, underway. Whole shot going to go to abnormal. And he's got a little bit of a lead right now. Now you're going to put Static up into the lead. Looking line of sight. You got 1, 2, 3, 4. It is a mess out there. Uptime, Jose FPV, 1 and 2. Abnormal running 3rd. And Static running 4th. 1, 2, 3, 4. Getting them onto lap number 2. 1 down, 2 to go. And over to that bow tie section. There we go with Uptime. Uptime now onto his 3rd and final lap. Jose onto the 3rd lap as well. 2.4 seconds back. Then we get onto that lead lap as well with Static and Abnormal. So Uptime has got this one on lock. Uptime staying alive. 3 laps in 57.8. Jose FPV pulling up 2nd. And then we drop 5 seconds back to Static. And then 4 seconds back to Abnormal, finishing up lap number 3. First to Uptime, second to Jose FPV, third to Static, fourth to Abnormal. And so results are official. Thank you to our judges here on site watching every single lap, every gate, every flag, every cube, every dive as well. And so that is going to put Static in that 25 to 26 range, Abnormal in that 27 to 28 range. And so that's a big move for Static, qualifying 33rd here this week. Was third in our C main, podiuming, and finishing even higher. We're going to take Uptime and Jose FPV to match number 9. No channel changes, no channel changes. We also want to thank our friends at Foxeer, the leading professional drone parts supplier trusted by thousands of FPV pilots with their high-quality parts professional support team that replies within 24 hours and 100% money-back guarantee. Foxeer is a favorite among pros and hobbyists alike. www.foxeer.com on the World Wide Web. Don't forget the discount code MGP HW40. MGP HW40. That's going to save you 20% off at hobbywingdirect.com. All those ESCs, FCs, and stacks, the name that leads the game. Hobbywing, hobbywingdirect.com, and of course, MGP HW40. That's short for MultiGP, Hobbywing, and the number 40 for some reason. Getting you 20% off all FPV products. Hobbywing, been supporting MultiGP since 2017. Reno, they were there. Vegas, they were there. Daytona, they were there. Valkyria, they were there. And the No Quarter Ranch, they have been here in spades. Also hosting our complaint department tent as well. Thank you, Hobbywing. We're in match number 6. Dubicki, Star Plat, Pino, and Mojo FPV. This is going to be a good one. Top 2 here in match 6, going to the semifinal of the winner's bracket, one stop away from our championship top 16. Third and fourth with a chance to advance, but a battle in front of them in the redemption bracket. Good luck, pilots. We're going green. Pilots, arm your quads. Live on the tone in less than 5. We are up and Adam. Mojo FPV is going to get the whole shot. He's your second high seed in this one. Dubicki was actually the highest in qualifying. And it looked like Mojo FPV. No, that's just his line. It was an interesting line, but he's making good time. And it's going to be Pino, Dubicki, Mojo, your running order. Now Star Plat up into the one spot. All 4 pilots separated by 1.8 seconds, and we're chasing Star Plat again here in this winner's bracket race. He's at the bow tie section, and man, he is now gapping him. I think Dubicki just slid up into second. Now you got Pino now up into second. Dubicki almost in third. Pino now doubling back into third. Dubicki up into second. So Pino's got to find 2 seconds in Dubicki to advance to the semifinal, the winner's bracket. They're working on the last lap. Dubicki going down. Going to try and turtle, but no, I think he's in a gate up high. Ooh, boy. Star Plat with another win this afternoon. Moving on up to the semifinal, the winner's bracket. And Pino goes from the lead down to third and in second when it matters at the finish line to finish up second. 3.7 seconds back. Then we go to Dubicki with a couple of mistakes and costing him third. And into the consolation bracket, we take him along with Mojo FPV. Looks like no channel changes for Star Plat and Pino. Moving to match 11. Dubicki and Mojo FPV to match number 9, and channel changes coming in for Dubicki to race band 2, Mojo FPV to race band 7. When you guys come back in match number 9, of course, you can follow along those heat sheets as they update dynamically. multigp.live/pro2p. Pro, P-R-O, the number 2, and the letter P. It's also multigp.live/camelcase, all lowercase. I know, doesn't make sense in my head either. We got a quad retrieval coming up. We go to match number 7 into our redemption bracket. We go to next. But while we have a moment, why don't we learn a little bit more about the Pilot Institute? We're back with match 7 after this. Well, we are under a drone retrieval. Let's bring out the big man on the big machine, CT. He is on his way out for that recovery. Earlier this week, he brought his whole family out, celebrate Chris and Stacy's 14th wedding anniversary. What a great way to celebrate here at the MultiGP Champs. Coming, so Wyatt, Savannah, Rachel came along to celebrate Mom and Dad's 14th wedding anniversary at the MultiGP Championship. And Wyatt invited everyone to go up in the bucket with Dad. I had a chance to go up there above the tree line. We're going to retrieve a drone. This is Dubicki's quad. Do the replay first or no? And there's a quick retrieval on Wyatt's ride. And bottom right-hand corner, let's see how we got there. I'm not sure what happened here with Dubicki. He's lining up on the top of the TBS triple tower, and I mean right into the side of it. And, I mean, look how far he bounces. Oh, my gosh. He bounced from one side to the other, guys. That's the other thing. He hits the right-hand side and gets stuck on the left. That's where we just watched Chris Thomas remove his quad. There's the bounce. And, boom. I think he piloted into the left. You know who needs to go to the Pilot Institute? I think Dubicki needs to go to the Pilot Institute. Dubicki, we turn your attention to the screens now. Well, questions coming in on the YouTube chat, on the MultiGP YouTube channel. They're like, who is Starplat? Haven't heard of him before. Where is he from? Tell us more about this guy. Well, we met him, I believe, at the International Open this year. He was also at Ice Storm. Thank you, Focus. He qualified 38th on the global leaderboard to get invited to the 2024 MultiGP Championship. He was 19th in qualifying this week. And so far here in this B main, we watched him win 2 brackets, match 2 and match 6, and he's in the semifinal of the winner's bracket. What else can we tell you about him? Right now, he's in California, but he originally hails from China. Starplat getting a lot of fans here at the 2024 MultiGP Championship. We're at match number 7, which means a couple of tiers may be coming in. Journey coming to an end somewhere in that 25 to 28 range. Top 2 staying alive, inching closer to our championship top 16. Let's go green with Redemption Bracket match number 7. Pilots, arm your quads. Live on the tone in less than 5. They want it. Pretty scary when your TQ is this early in the Redemption Bracket, but first time I ever saw someone come out of this Redemption Bracket with a win was the second time we ran the bracket. Looks like issues for Proximo, Arvin, and Geek. The only one clean right now is Red 5. Proximo and Red 5 on top of each other, and now Proximo back in the lead. It was in second, but now it's Proximo, Red 5, 1 and 2, and it looks like they're the final 2 to fly. We got goggles up there on Geek, and I think we have goggles up on Arvin as well. I think he's replaying DVR, wondering what happened there. So conserve the quads. It looks like we're moving on regardless. Proximo onto lap number 3. Red 5 onto that lap 3 as well. 5.7 seconds back. Hearts are coming in. Not sure says, let's go, Proximo. EM Drone says, what up, Merca? Neon says, get it, Proximo. Well, he has it on lock. Pair of 19s and an 18. Like he's running a high TQ run. And Proximo gets that one done 3 laps in 59.8. Red 5 finishing up 7.9 seconds back in second. And they tell me results are official on that. We will take Proximo and Red 5 to match number 10. No channel changes. And so I believe third is going to go to Geek, fourth to Arvin FPV. And so now that we've run those first 2 brackets in our consolation round, we know those final rankings here for positions 25 through 28. So 28th overall after qualifying 23rd this week, abnormal. 27th overall is after the brackets is Arvin FPV. And it's a gain of a few. A podium earlier for Static in the C main, finishing up top 26 after qualifying 23rd or 33rd, and Geek finishing up in the number 25 spot, just about where he qualified this week. He qualified 24th to appear here in our B main and finishes up top 25 in the world as his journey comes to an end here in this B main championship, the MultiGP Pro Class component of the 2024 MultiGP Championship. Well, we're getting set to go into our second visit of the winner's bracket with Scorb, the Sloth, Miwo, and Tomate FPV. We'll be back with that next race here in just a few. Well, the talk under the tents, will it be his year? Number 1 on the GQ leaderboard in 2023. Number 1 on the GQ leaderboard on the spring 2024 leaderboard. Number 1 on the GQ leaderboard in the summer GQ leaderboard. Number 1 overall on the global list. Coming in hot, Mason Lively. Hyper is with 2Dog RC.
Thank you, Joe. Here I am with Hyper Mason. We've been flying this track all week. I'm a sports pilot. You're obviously a pro pilot. You won the design competition that MultiGP hosted. What did you do on this track? What were you thinking about to make sure that both a pilot like me and a pilot like you would enjoy the track just as much?
Yeah, so I take a little bit of a different approach to track design as opposed to some of the other guys out there. A lot of great track designers in the community. I like really technical sections. I think they work out well for both pilots. 1, you're not braking as much, which is great.
I like that.
A little easy on the wallet. And 2, it's a showcase of skill, right? When you make a nice track, you can fly it slower, you can fly it faster, and that's really the big distinction between pilots. It's just as easy for sport pilots and just as fun for them to fly it as it is for us pros.
Well, we're really excited to see you fly this track. I got to see you qualifying last night. You did amazing. I'm really excited to see you fly this tonight under the lights. It's going to be spectacular. What's going in your head? What are you preparing right now to make sure that you're going to do the best you can do tonight?
So, yeah, a couple days. It's actually the worst I've qualified at Champ since 2018. Actually, I was running the wrong tune, so went to a B&B, got a little practice, tuned my stuff up, and I think I'm going to be better than I was yesterday.
Great, Hyper. Well, thanks for designing the track. I know it took a lot of time. Thanks for coming out for the interview, and we wish you the best of luck tomorrow. Thank you, and back to you, Joe.
Thank you, Hyper. Thank you, Two Dog. We're at match number 8. We're in the winner's bracket, top 2 in this. Going to the semifinal of the winner's bracket, one stop away from tonight's championship top 16. It's Tamate, Miwo, the Sloth, and Scorb. Pilots, arm your quads. Live on the tone in less than 5. False start there for Miwo. A little excited. I was looking for him to give us a reason. Lots of prompts coming in on the MultiGP YouTube channel chat about the track. Murica FPV says, well done, Hyper. This track looks amazing. Lots of accolades coming in for Hyper's 2024 track design. A lot of discussion all the time about, well, the track designer shouldn't be a competing pilot. That gives him an advantage. #1 guy on the global leaderboard, the last 3 GQs combined. And he just told you, he designed the track and his worst qualifying at champ. So I think that's a testament that there really isn't an advantage of designing the track. A lot of naysayers being put away here in 2024. Let's go green, pilots. Rearm your quads. Live on the tone in less than 5. Off to the races we go. This is a winner's bracket race. Top 2, semifinal of the winner's bracket bound. So far, it looks to be a super tight one. Scorb, Sloth, Miwo, Tamate. Your short running order, but we're talking like 0.8 of a second here between your top 3 and even the Sloth within striking distance. Scorb, Tamate, Miwo still in that running order, and the Sloth now found 1/10 of a second. He's 1.8 seconds back, and Miwo down on lap number 2. That has Scorb out front by a bunch now as he gets set to go on to lap number 3. One more to go for Scorb, and look how much breathing room he has. 2 seconds ahead of Tamate and the Sloth FPV, who are right now battling it out for that second transfer position to the semifinal, the winner's bracket. Scorb out front, and we just lost the Sloth. Tamate now up into second, and that's what he needs to be to go to the semifinal, the winner's bracket. The bell rings for Scorb, your winner of match number 8. Tamate pulling up second. Third going to the Sloth. Fourth to Miwo. A little bit of great luck for some, a little bit of bad luck for others, and we may have another double bump up in the course of our pro class. Scorb was our champion of the C main, qualifying 28th overall, and he just made it into the top 6, top 18, I think. Top 18, top 20. Top 20 just is a guaranteed lock in that semifinal, the winner's bracket. And so, if he wins his next race, he will join Pro Dangles, who has a double bump up from the E to the D to the C. And Ethan FPV, who has a double bump up earlier this week from the E to the D to the C. Scorb could be a CBA double bump up into the championship top 16. He's one spot away from doing it. Scorb and Tamate going to match 11. Channel change for Tamate, going to race band 1. The Sloth and Miwo going to match number 10. Channel change for the Sloth, going to race band 7. When you come back with Miwo in match number 10, that was a heater. That was match number 8. Complete. Coming up next, match 9 with Uptime FPV, Jose FPV, Dubicki, Mojo FPV. It is a consolation bracket race. It is a consolation bracket race, so we'll be eliminating a few. And those pilots are getting set to fly. Earlier this week, we got to fly with Finn's FPV, Fly Different. Finn's FPV competing here and also one of our great partners of the 2024 MultiGP Championship. Quality is the key with Finn's FPV. Their FPV drone racing frames are designed by Italian mechanical engineer Finns. Every single frame in their shop is the result of months of research, studies, and on-field testing in order to give you the best drone racing experience possible. What if they got the Fox and many more? Visit finsfpv.com and pay some homage and some patronage to the great supporters of the MultiGP Championship. We also want to thank 533, the choice of champions and best customer support in the industry. Fast, light, durable racing, freestyle, and long range. Fly533.com. And don't forget about FPVpitstop.com, where you can get a pro pilot to assist you with your repairs. And my wife swears was inspired by Just Jay. Let's go to match number 9. Mojo FPV, Dubicki, Jose FPV, and Uptime FPV. Top 2 remain alive. Third and fourth going to finish in that 21, 22, 23, 24 range. And we are just going to shut her down for a voltage check. Shut her down for a voltage check. Of course, we do have a voltage limit in play, and 4.35 maximum per volt per cell. And we have one right there that might be a little high. Shout out to our judges behind the scenes bringing that in. Advice coming in to unplug the quad as you're using voltage with it running. You're not gonna unplug the quad and do 430? All right. 430 is okay. And can confirm everything's good. Keeping it fair for everybody. If it was you, we'd do the same thing too. All right. We set the stage again. Third and fourth in that top 24 through 21 positions. Top 2 moving closer to our championship top 16 tonight at 7:30. Good luck, contenders. Arm your quads. Live on the tone in less than 5. We are off to the races. And we're continuing. A little bad luck for Mojo FPV. Not even sure where the crash was on that one, but those rules aren't in play as of yet. It's not till match 11 when we're down to 8. We still have a bunch here in the contest. Dubicki, your leader after 1. Jose FPV, 1.4 seconds back at second. Uptime FPV, 2.7 seconds behind Tim. As we watch Jose and Dubicki battling there at the front, separated by about 2 gates. Dubicki ahead of Jose FPV. 1 more to go for Dubicki, and 1 more to go for Jose FPV. Here comes Uptime FPV, closest to the transfer position, running third and trailing by 1.3 seconds. He's got to catch Jose FPV to stay alive in the 2024 MultiGP Championship. Looks like issues for Uptime there. Tried to find a tighter line that didn't exist. Dubicki with another win to stay in, winning match number 9. Jose FPV finishing up 4.4 seconds back. And how about the speed by Dubicki? 114 miles an hour to end that race right there. Results are official. Results are official. As we take Dubicki and Jose FPV to match number 12. No channel changes. Third going to go to Uptime, fourth to Mojo FPV. And so that is where their journey comes to an end here in our B main of the 2024 MultiGP Champs. It's going to put Uptime in that 21 to 22 range, Mojo in that 23 to 24 range. And Uptime is either going to finish exactly where he qualified this week, 21st or 22nd. And Mojo FPV having some bad luck. He was top 15 in qualifying and finishing in that 23 to 24 range, as that one has the dust settling here at the No Quarter Ranch in our big match number 9 complete. Coming up, match number 10 with Proximo, Red 5, the Sloth FPV, and Me Whoa. Match number 10 is coming up next. Those pilots are just kind of hover testing and thinking about it. We're going to be back with match number 10 here in just a moment. Match number 10 is where we're at. Me Whoa FPV, the Sloth FPV, Red 5, and Proximo. Top 2 advancing to match number 12, getting closer. That'd be 2 stops away from the championship top 16. Third and fourth going to finish in that 21 to 24 range. We're about to go green. Pilots, arm your quads. Live on the tone in less than 5. False start again. The block is broken, Miwo says. Okay. Can he turn it around? He wants to turn it around. He's having issues with it. Understood. No, but in a bracket, it only stays with a bracket. If you second false start in an individual bracket, it doesn't carry, I don't think. Is this the same bracket? No, this is a new heat. Same bracket, new heat. So we should double check the rule. You can, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure it's bracket. All right. All right, pilots, arm your quads. Live on the tone in less than 5. Underway, Proximo with the early lead. Also had the hole shot. He was your TQ here in our B main and trying to redeem himself. Mewo running second. Then you got the Sloth and Red 5, third and fourth. The Sloth is about 0.6 of a second behind Mewo. There's Red 5 on that lead lap. So Proximo 1 second to the good. And then we basically drop a second back. And now Mewo with a little bit of a bobble. Was that enough for the Sloth to get ahead of Mewo? Yes, it was. And now the Sloth with a mistake here on lap 2. And so now Mewo back up into second. And the Sloth not back up in the air yet. That now moves Red 5 into third. And Red 5 is challenging for that transfer position. 1.6 seconds back on this one. Says one warning per bracket. So is the entire B main a bracket?
Yes. The A is a bracket, B is a bracket, C is a bracket. So it gets, because of this new format, so if you were to bump up, it resets when it goes to the next one. That's what that verbiage is for.
Okay, so he's disqualified.
He gets, for this heat, yeah, he gets these.
So he's eliminated.
So it's an elimination, so yeah, he's done. He got fourth, basically, because of that.
Okay, who's under review on this one? Who's under review, Phil? Well, we have some discussion here going behind the scenes. We've merged the rule book. We have Mayhem rules, we have Prospect rules, we have MultiGP rules all together. And so we had a discussion while we're burning quads in that last one about the false start. Mewo had a false start earlier in like match 7 and had a second false start here in match 10. And as we were ready to go, we let the heat fly because Paul's like, I'm pretty sure that's we got to DQ him. And so we ended up just running it because we couldn't find the rule fast enough. Again, 2025 will actually have 3 different rule books, so it's easy to find the appropriate rules. But the rule hasn't changed, and we found it in the right section. In brackets, if a racer launches or falls off the launch pad during the arming period and before the tone, the pilot will receive 1 warning per bracket. On the second offense, the pilot will have that heat disqualified. And so the warning came the previous time for Mewo, and so he false started again here in match 10. And so though he was second, he will actually get 4th in this heat, and that is where his journey comes to an end. And fighting the law winning Red 5 is going to bump up here from match number 10. So finish order in that last one. Proximo first, Red 5 second, Sloth third, and Miwo fourth. We're about to go green with the semifinal, the winner's bracket here in just a moment. And channel changes coming in for Proximo to race band 1, Red 5 to race band 7. We come back in match number 12. Just one sec. So we bumped up Proximo and Red 5, right? All right, here we go. Match number 11. The top 2 in this race are in our championship top 16 tonight, and we'll be racing Chase the Ace at the end of our B main program for podium prizes. We're down to 8, and the whole shot rule is now in play. You could be top 16 bound in the next 60 seconds or less. Good luck, pilots. Arm your quads. Live on the tone in less than 5. So, Paul, I gotta say it. You were right. Underway. Pino and Tamate right together. Starplat hot on their wheels. It's a Scorb, Tamate, Pino, Starplat 1, 2, 3, 4. The entire field less than 1 second apart here on this semifinal. The winner's bracket is not an elimination race. Ooh, issues for Pino. Scorb, remember, he is your bump up guy from the C main. Is he going to be A main bound as a double bump up? He's your leader, but Starplat and Tamate right behind him. 9/10 of a second between those three. And now Pino gets on that lead lap and crashes out again. Look at Scorb. He has got a gear, guys. Oh, no. Scorb on his lid. Move up Starplat into the lead. Tamate into the lead. Starplat running second. Tamate is in the championship top 16. Starplat pulling up second. You're going to see him tonight. Scorb pulling up third into the redemption bracket. We take him. And fourth to Pino, crashing out on lap number 3. So Tamate Starplat moving to the A main championship top 16 tonight, and our B man championship match number 14. No channel changes. Scorb and Pino going to match number 13. No channel changes. Results are unofficial. Not sure if there's a review. Just haven't heard that they're official as of yet. Up next going to be match number 12 with Dubicki, Joseph FPV, Proximo, and Red 5 coming up here in just a moment. It'll be coming up here in just a moment. Well, good to see some veterans. This next guy, well, heck of a veteran here at Champs. We met him just 2 years ago in 2022. Finished up the number 36 spot in Pro. Last year, he was 21st in Pro. And this year, finishing up still in that top 30 in Pro. Arvin FPV is back at Champs, and he's standing by with Shames.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Do you have a battery?
All right, stoked to see Arvin here back for your third Champs here at MultiGP Champs. It seems like your first year you were about half the height you are now. But for a young guy, you've got an incredible presence. Obviously, today did not go your way. What happened in your last heat today?
So in my last heat, I had like a emitter in the first lap at a tower and just kicked me to all the strings, and then I went out. Similar to my first heat, where I had a emitter in the first lap just before the second dive, and it just killed all my props and my motor burned.
Now, if I remember correctly, you race with a fairly large chapter in Europe for MultiGP. What's the name of the chapter you race at there in your home country?
It's Bavarian Multirotor. Yeah, it's the biggest European chapter, as you said, and yeah, shout out to them. They're my favorite chapter.
Awesome. And you have a lot of choices. There's a lot of different drone racing going on around the world, but you choose to come here and race with us at MultiGP. What makes you choose this race year after year, and what inspires you to be a part of MultiGP?
So this year, I had to choose between WDRC and MultiGP Champs. And the reason why I went here is just because you get like the quadruple amount of packs, and you get like a far better track. and everybody's just so nice. And yeah, I've been here 3 years in a row. It hasn't like ever been super perfect. Like the finals never went like I would like it, but I just love this race.
Yeah, well, we love to see you as a competitor. You've got an incredible spirit and always a good time. So, Arvin, thank you. Congrats on making it as deep as you did. And I think we're going to be seeing you on a big podium coming up soon. So enjoy your time, and we'll see you next time. All right, Joe.
Thank you, James, and we love you too, Arvin FPV. Yes, sir. I remember his first race. He became like the union boss of the pilots, and it was just hilarious watching him pull Chris Thomas aside like, listen, we need to talk about a few things. Love it. Thanks to HQ Props for being with us again at the 2024 Champs. They'll ensure that you receive a well-balanced propeller at a lower cost at hqprops.com. And our thanks as well to Vulcan, VCI, VCIHobby.com. Dedicated to creating top-tier products and services. You need drone motors, you better be running Vulcans, VCIHobby.com. Match number 12 on our program is where we are at. This is an elimination race. Third and fourth in this one, finished 19th and 20th overall. Top two are one stop away from the championship top 16. Let's open that door and fly a quad through it. Pilots, arm your quads. Live on the tone in less than 5. Yeah, buddy, without missing a beat, we are in the skies and we are chasing Proximo. Your TQ here in the B main had some issues. And of course, when I say chasing, Dubicki is right hot on his heels, as is Jose FPV, running third, red 5 in the number 4 spot. Proximo, Dubicki, about to come from her right to left. There goes Proximo. There goes Dubicki, separated by a second. Jose FPV, 1 spot away from the transfer position, 1.2 seconds back. And there's red 5 onto that lead lap as well, about 5.2 seconds away from the transfer position. Proximo trying to pull away from Dubicki. Dubicki is just 2 gates back of the Cubes crew, and they're 1 and 2. What about that transfer position? There's Jose FPV onto the final lap, but he's got to find 2.6 seconds now. Proximo and Dubicki has been gapping Jose FPV over these first 2 laps. What happens here on the third? Prompt 2, I like your style. Prompt 2, Yump 2, we're going to the semifinal of the Consolation Bracket. Proximo with the win. Dubicki 2.3 seconds back in the number 2 spot. Way to go, Potato. Moving to match number 13 to race back-to-back. And that is going to put Jose in third in the match, red 5 in fourth in the match as their journey here at Champs comes to an end. Both of them having a good showing. Let's talk about red 5, 35th in qualifying this week, finishing up top 20. And Jose FPV, 30th in qualifying here this week, and also in the top 20, 19th overall. So really bringing their A game here into our B main championship. Congrats to them on those good finishes as we take Proximo and Dubicki into this on-deck heat. Dubicki, 1 channel change. Going to go to race band 7 when you come back with Proximo, Scorb, and Pino in the next Heat 2 race. That was match number 12. Lots of racing to go over the course of this afternoon. We got Chasey Ace yet. Once we get to match number 14. Of course, we have our top 16 tonight at 7:30 to round out 2024. And we have a bunch in store for 2025 with a name that leads the game, world's largest drone racing league. And it's going to start March 21 through 23 in Dallas, Texas for Mayhem X, Mayhem number 10, dawn till dusk. The only team endurance drone race of its kind in the world. Teams of 8 pilots start on the tone just as the sun comes up like that and race for 12 hours straight till the checkered flag flies. One pilot flies, lands, and the next one takes off in a true enduro relay style. The Mayhem Team Race, 10th edition, March 21 through 23 in Dallas, Texas. Of course, we got to crown our 8th collegiate drone racing champion. So many names in the CDRA Hall of Fame. It's like Envy Astro, the first ever. Engineer, the first ever 3-time. Flying J. Also, Pino, a two-time collegiate drone racing champion. Many more in the history books. The top teams from around the country assembling in April or May as we get set to crown our next collegiate drone racing champion, coming up next spring with MultiGP in partnership with the Collegiate Drone Racing Association. And then we go back to Muncie, Indiana for the world's largest drone race freestyle festival party of its kind. It is the International Open. We run 6 or 7 tracks at a time simultaneously, trying to get 8 craft in the air at any given time. Talking about 50 plus aircraft in the air at any given point, competing in a multitude of different competitions. Of course, the Premier World Cup, but then your Pro Spec, your Freedom Spec, your little drones, and of course, Tiny Whoopin' till the break of dawn at the Tiny Whoop tent. Rookie race, intermediate race, as long as you have a quad or can borrow one, you can get in a competition. 2 guys, 1 drone, you name it. We have a lot of fun. It's like summer camp for drone racers. And the dates are in June 11 to 15 at the Academy of Model Aeronautics in Muncie, Indiana, Father's Day weekend 2025. Our next edition of International Open. Those are just the events that we've released so far. Many more to get to. Of course, we're going to have our Pro Spec Championship announced very soon. Might be doing some big qualifier type stuff for some races in some pretty nice places. You never know. You want to know where the drone race is? I mean, checking out a MultiGP live stream broadcast, one good place, but whether it's a marquee event or just a chapter event or a global qualifier, there is one place to look to find out where the drone racing at, and that is multigp.com. I want to thank our friends at Team Black Sheep, Real Serious Toys, sponsor since day number 1. Thank you to Trappy, Mike Chin, Wayne Ho, the entire team at Team Black Sheep, team-blacksheep.com. Known for their Unify VTX systems for analog video broadcasts, their control with the Crossfire and the Tracer. Just came out with a PDB, power distribution board for Wing. Real Serious Toys, Team Black Sheep. We also want to thank our other founding sponsor, a MultiGP, Superior One Roofing. Why have just a regular roof when you can have a superior one with locations in Texas and Florida? SuperiorOneRoofing.com. They got over 40 years experience and thousands of roofing projects under their feet. Speaking about products, though, Radio Master, my household just got a Boxster. Answering the calls of hobbyists around the globe, they are dedicated to the continuous evolution of the hobby and keeping open hardware standards and open source platforms affordable and accessible to everyone. Radio Master RC, thank you for your support. Drones in School, our partner on the MultiGP STEM Alliance. And finally, T-Motor. Big fans of T-Motor. UAV-EN.tmotor.com, the safest power system supplier, providing customers with both regular and high-end customized products. It is match number 13, semifinal of the Redemption Bracket. Top 2 in this one are going to our championship top 16 tonight. Championship 16 of Pro Class and MultiGP champs. 3rd and 4th are 17th and 18th overall. Not the worst, but try and be 2nd or 1st to continue that championship journey. Good luck, pilots. Arm your quads. We are live on the tone in lesson 5. We are up. We are at 'em and underway. Proximo had an issue. Scorp going down. That was well after the hole shot gate. Not sure if it was those two making contact here, but again, now we are underway. Proximo had a turn at the front. He's going to drop a position. Now it's Dubicki leading the charge onto lap number 2. Then Pino now up into second. 1 second behind our leader, but they're 1 and 2 for the transfer positions. And are they going to be challenged? Scorb says, yeah, they are. He's 7.5 seconds back. He's trying to be our first double bump here in the later mains. Going from the C to the B, but he needs to find about 6 seconds in Pino to get to the A, and he goes down. Proximo's back up, but he's 2 laps back. Dubicki and Pino on the third and final lap, trying to shut this one down. First, we bring across Dubicki from our right to left. Dubicki is in our top 16 tonight. And next, we cross over with Pino going to the big show tonight. Course is still hot as Scorb is out there on his third lap. Pino is under review, so continue on, Scorb. There we go. Scorb getting across the line in third, but we do have a review. Results are unofficial on that one. Dubicki is good. Dubicki is good. But Pino is not. He is under review. That one is under review. We will see how that review comes out in the wash after we take a short pause and visit with some of the friends on MultiGP. Well, after review of the play, results are official. Pino is good and in our top 16 tonight and racing in match number 14 in Chase the Ace. One channel change to talk about. Dubicki, our winner of match number 13. Channel change for you. Going to go to race band 8 when you come back with Pino, Starplat, and Tomate in our B main Chase the Ace Championship. The pilots are getting set, and we have some special guests with us. Over on the sidelines, we have our chief integrator, Shames, and he's standing by with Claire to talk to us a little bit more about the STEM Alliance.
Hey, thanks, Joe. It's an honor to be standing here with Claire. Among the many things that you do here at MultiGP, MultiGP creates a networking opportunity for STEM partners. Tell us a little bit about the STEM partners we currently have and what your involvement with them is at the moment.
Sure. Thank you, Sean, and thank you, Joe. We really do try to create an environment of networking for the partners that we have within our STEM Alliance, and that really starts in middle school, goes all the way up through collegiate level. We have Drones in School, which is middle school and high school. They have a really comprehensive curriculum of, you name it, they do it, with drones, with marketing, with programming. And then we have YDSC. We also have an advanced vertical robotics program that Drones in School also partners with. And then, of course, our Collegiate Drone Racing Association. So it's really exciting for us here at MultiGP to be partnering with them to help grow this sport, to create just more love and passion for FPV drone racing and STEM projects in general. And for anyone at home that wants to get started with STEM, especially regarding drones and drone racing, you can go to multigp.com/STEM Alliance, and you have all the information for our STEM partners, and they can get started.
Incredible. Yeah, so just like Claire said, if you have a passion for STEM and how it connects with drone racing, be sure that you head on over and connect with Claire and the team, and we'd love to see you as a part of the STEM Alliance. Claire, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Joe.
Thank you, Shames. Thank you, Claire. Thanks for all that you do. Of course, an event couldn't be done without the support of our local drone racing community and the red shirts, our cast and crew, our volunteers of the 2024 MultiGP Championship. They built the gates, they've run the races, and many of them are sticking around for the celebrations tonight and the cleanup party tomorrow. Thanks to all of those that have contributed to the success of the event up to this point and taking it home with us tomorrow as well. Thank you to Derek Havener. Also, thanks to El Madero. Thanks to Hyper. Thanks to Lead Boy, Claire, Henry. Also, Dylan Blips, Just Jay, Alien, Zebra 3. They were working hard on that setup, driving that golf cart around and putting in those zip ties. Thank you to Free. Thank you to Raw FPV. Thanks to Focus, setting up all the timing and scoring here at Champs. We have 5 different sensors out in those gates that have really helped expedite our race program. Thank you to Two Dog RC. Thank you to Joe Bollinger. Thank you to Fix It. Thank you to Christy Ames. Little let down that she didn't get to fly in our volunteer flight session last night. There's still time. There's still time. Thank you to Shames. Thank you to Quad Father. Thank you to Phila Blasta. Thank you to Diver Down. Thank you to Stark. Thank you to Seeker. That's Paul Atkins, the guy who puts in the most steps every single event, walking out to the flight line to ensure that their quads are well within the perfect parameters RF-wise and making sure that the batteries are at the right percentage mAh-wise. And then, as my wife says, walks up and down the flight line, just ensuring that everyone is okay. Thank you to Seeker for all that you do. That's a lot of walking and a lot of caring. Thank you to Lead Girl, of course, Lead Girl, Lead Boy, all that they do throughout the year to prepare this facility for us and welcoming us with open arms now for the 4th year. Thank you to Ferrari. Thank you to Kate Suarez, _Alex_, all of those in the judging tent. Right now, Team Canada and many, many more. Thanks to those in the red shirts. If you see someone walking around in a red shirt or MultiGP jersey, please give them a thanks for what they have done to get us to this point here, the 2024 MultiGP Championship. It takes an army, it takes a village, and it is a lot of fun to call all those people our friends and our family, bringing us the MultiGP Championship. So you're going to see some pilots standing a little taller, feeling a little wilder. They have just made their way into tonight's championship top 16. The championship top 16 are going to get warm-up packs, not under pressure. It's now time to turn up the heat another notch here in our JCA's B main final, with these 4 pilots getting set to fly tonight as well in the championship top 16. We're going to start things off with the 2 coming from the Consolation Bracket or the Redemption Round. Starting things off with a former collegiate drone racing champion. For the last 3 years, he's been in the top 15 here at Champs and back again to defend that top 16 finish. From Needham, Massachusetts, it's Pino. 26th in the world on the global leaderboard, 17th at champs last year, 14th in qualifying this week, and in the top 16 tonight. From Livonia, Michigan, it is Dubicki. In the YouTube chat, they said, who is that guy? Well, now they know the name, and they're going to be seeing a lot more of him here tonight. Blasting onto the scenes at the International Open, an ice storm at the start of the season. 20 in that top 40 range on the global leaderboard. Top 20 in qualifying this week. Representing China by way of California, USA in the winner's bracket, it's Starplat. And coming in out of the winner's bracket, caution and care will get this Chilean pilot there. 21st in qualifying this week, 32nd in the world on the global leaderboard. From Santiago, Chile, it's Tomate. Let's do it to it. Tonight, we run on an LED line course with the spotlights shining. But right now, the sunlight is our spotlight on the fast four in our B main, getting set to go green for the first round to chase the ace. We're going to run this final four repeatedly until someone gets 2 wins. Could be 2 rounds, could be as many as 5. All we know is the racing is about to commence, and it is going to be intense again here in this B main Chase the Ace final one. The pilots are sent to fly. Good luck, contenders. We're going green. Pilots, arm your quads. Live on the tone in lesson 5. Yes, sir. Off like a shot, whole shot going to go to Starplat. That is our mystery pilot. Dubicki had the lead. Starplat now back in the lead. It's Starplat and Tomate. Now Tomate up number 1 spot. Starplat second. Pino in third. But it's pretty tight. Less than 9/10 of a second separating them here on the opening lap. It's Starplat again just ahead of Tomate. So they switch up a little bit. And there is Pino across the line. Now finish points matter in Chase the Ace as we run again and again until someone gets 2 aces. Right now Starplat had an ace, and he just buried it at the No Quarter Ranch. We throw Tomate up in the number 1 spot, but look how close Pino is to him. They have 1 more lap to go. Tomate, Pino separated by 4/10 of a second onto the 3rd and final lap, and here comes Starplat running 3rd. Is it for the points, or is he going to be able to reel him in? Holy, Pino punch to the lead. Now Tomate back in the lead. Tomate leading Pino. Pino has Tomate in the sights. This is the final lap. We race to the checkered, and it's Tomate just ahead of Pino to win Chase the Ace round number 1. What did you think about that? The chat is broken right now. Tomatoes and Chilean flags for days as Tomate wins it, and the judges say results are official. Tomate with the win. Pino 1/10 of a second back in second. Starplat in third. And Dubicki in 4th. It is Chase the Ace. And we love the format. Why? We get to do that again at least once. Adikiakana says, what a race in the chat. The Suzrick says, OMG. Dak FPV says, wow. Merc FPV says, 2/10 of a second. Wow, yeah, it was a hot one. Congrats are coming in. Wows are coming in. But again, we get to do it again. That was only Chase the Ace round number 1. So the pilots are putting new lipos in. We're not even carrying out awards yet. This one could go for a while. We're going to be back with Chase the Ace round number 2 with Tomate, your first ace to chase. When we come back here in just a couple of minutes. Yes, Guy. Exciting times. We're getting new lipos in, swapping out some props. We got some more hot racing before we crown our B main champions. We're down to the top 16, and 4 of those pilots grinding it out here. 1 Chase Ace round done, and a few more to go. Talked about all those 2025 events, and we still have another event to follow here in 2024. Team USA is headed to China in just a little bit. When I say just a little bit, they depart on Sunday morning. And so that's exciting. Let's go over to the sidelines as we have Claire and Bart to give us an update on what's going on with Team USA.
Hey, thanks, Joe. Yes, I'm here with Bart Canizero. He's the team manager of Team USA Drone Racing. Bart, thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
It's so exciting to have you here, and not only you as the manager of Team USA, but all 5 pilots who are part of Team USA Drone Racing. Can you tell us, and anyone else at home who might be listening or watching, how they might get to be part of Team USA if that's something that they have a passion for and aspire to?
Sure. Yeah, like most of the pilots here, they all started at a MultiGP chapter. So to those of you at home wanting to be on Team USA, you check out multigp.com and check out your local chapters. Get into drone racing. Like all of these pilots who are going to China tomorrow, they follow a process at MultiGP is a selection committee for Team USA.
Great, thank you so much. And the 5 pilots that are here racing with us today and going to China with you tomorrow as part of Team USA, who are they? What are the 5 that people can follow along and cheer for?
So you can check out all of these pilots. We've got Leviathan, we've got Formula, Propsicle, Cali FPV, and Screecher.
That's amazing. And you have a Facebook page that they can follow along?
Yes, for sure. FAI Team USA Drone Racing.
Great. Follow them along on Facebook. Cheer for Team USA next week in China. Thanks so much, Joe. Thanks, Bart.
Thanks.
Thank you. There's a look at Team USA getting set to fly tomorrow morning to represent America over in China. Formula, Leviathan, Propsicle, Cali FPV, Screecher, best of luck to you. What a great looking crew right there. Best of luck overseas. And of course, you want to find out more information, you want to follow their journey, give them some props as well. FAI Team USA Drone Racing on Facebook to follow Team USA. Well, we're getting set to have some magic happen here again. More fantastic racing coming up. Chase the Ace round number 2. Round 1 was electric. That was wild. Let's see what happens here in this next one. Your first ace to chase is Tamate, your winner of Chase the Ace round number 1. If he wins this next heat, we're done. And he is your B main champion. Otherwise, we're going to push this a few more rounds. Let's go green. Pilots, arm your quads. Live on the tone in less than 5. Yes, sir. Underway. Star Platt with the early lead. Now, of course, he had a little bit of rough luck, was 3rd in the first one, and he's trying to get an ace. Dropping number 2 spot. Tamate, our first ace to chase, pulled into the lead, then drops behind Star Platt after going into a gate. And now looks like Pino up in the number 1 spot. Then Dubicki, Star Platt. Look at this. Pino, Star Platt, Dubicki, 1, 2, and 3. We lost Tamate on the opening lap. Now Star Platt with an issue there at the Pilot Institute dive gate. So it's Pino and Dubicki, your leaders right now. It looks like Dubicki with an issue. Pino well out in front with another lap to go after this one. From right to left, onto lap number 3 we go with Pino. Here comes Star Platt onto that lead lap as well, 3.2 seconds back. Neither of them have aces, so get charging, guys. Get charging, and there's Dubicki onto the 3rd lap. So he is about 3.4 seconds behind Star Platt, who's about 3 seconds behind Pino. As we wave a checker for Pino. Pino across the line, 3 laps in 58.2. Star Platt finishing up 2.3 seconds behind him in 2nd. And so they are bringing the big show here for the B Main Championship. A first ace awarded to Pino. Now he has won. Star Platt going to pull up 2nd. Third going to go to Dubicki. Fourth to Tamate. So Tamate ace and a fourth. And so leading on points is Pino, a first and a second. But it doesn't matter right now. That's for second, third, and fourth. You're trying to get 2 aces. 1 ace to Tamate, 1 to Pino. But Pino leading huge on the points for the first and a second. Then we are tied with Tamate and Starplat. Tamate with a first and a fourth. That's a total of 5 points. Starplat tied second, third with Tamate with a third and a second. That's 5 points. And Dubicki, a fourth and a third. But we love this format because anything could happen. We can run right to the end. You could be bottom of points and a huge deficit. But you get an ace. You change your destiny in one race and just need to double down and do it again. And so, Chase the Ace, round number 3 of our B-Main Championship, the 2024 MultiGP Championship, is going to be coming up here in just a few moments. We're putting on some light bows on those Blue Eddy packs, and we're going to be back with more racing here in just a couple of moments.
Flying FPV drones is awesome. Fixing them, not so much. The second you have a problem, you're forced to go to the internet to search through hours upon hours of YouTube videos with no guarantee that you're even going to solve the problem. Before you know it, you've spent more time fixing your FPV drone than you spent actually flying your FPV drone. We've created FPV Pit Stop. This is a problem-solved guaranteed service connecting you with an FPV drone professional who will make sure you get your FPV drone back in the air. If you don't have the time, the skills, or the resources to repair the drone by yourself, you can send your drone in to our repair service and we will fly it, test it, and tune it, and send it back to you every single month. So many people have had to give up their dream of flying FPV because they haven't been able to get their drone in the air, and it's time for that to stop. If you're interested in learning more about FPV Pit Stop, there's information in the link below. We are so excited to launch this service, we are so excited to help people, and we are so excited for you to start flying more FPV.
Well, we love Gem Fan, we love VCI, and we have the Gem Fan and VCI guys standing by with Shames.
The one and only Gem Fan, Mike, a staple at MultiGP events. And this week, we got to see you race in sport class. What was it like for you? You've been to so many of these events. As a pilot, what is your experience like coming to a big MultiGP event?
The main question that I asked myself when I was racing is, why I do this to myself? That was basically it at the beginning, but I think I got to understand the pilots way better now that I actually raced on a MultiGP event as big as champs. I said it before, it's like fighting the final boss with level 1 gear. It's brutal, but it's super fun.
Incredible. Well, what, in your opinion, now that you've experienced a MultiGP as a pilot, what, in your opinion, sets MultiGP apart in regard to pilot experience at a drone race like this?
Feedback is everything to you guys, and that is something that I love about MultiGPs with Claire, with you, with Roger, with Two Dog, like everyone that I give feedback about from a sponsorship, like a sponsor perspective or a pilot, you actually listen to the pilots and try to provide a really balanced environment, both for like fast tracks and technical tracks and everything is very well taken care of by the community, and you listen to it and you act on it. So it's amazing.
Yeah, we'll have a little bit of fun here. So, introduced this year, you might be familiar from 2023, we brought out for the very first time the Hobby Wing Complaint Tent at 9 p.m. here at the MultiGP Championship. This year, we added the Scream Your Complaints into a Trash Can. So, yeah, we're looking for more and more ways to hear from pilots and have a good time here at MultiGP Champs. But, no, Mike, I appreciate that. We really do, and we love the pilots, and we want to be here for the experience that they're looking for. But, Mike, thanks for being here. Stoked to see you. We'll send it over to Joe. Joe, thank you so much. Mike, we'll see you.
Thank you, gentlemen. Always a party when Gem Fan Mike is there. Props for days. Props for days. You know, it's been a whole new event here, and we welcome so many great partners. Our family always returning. It's kind of like Christmas every year. And with some new partners this year, we want to welcome with open arms our friends at Blue Eddy, as they've been powering pretty much every component of MultiGP Champs. Earlier in the week, that's the AM Vets food tent. They were pulling too many watts with the coffee pot, 1,000 watts at a time. And so they pulled the plug. We couldn't run it. And so I ran over to the Blue Eddy booth, got a system there, and thanks to Blue Eddy, we're fired up on caffeine, powering the food tent. Then, of course, our charging station with all of our pilots' chargers on one table, powered by Blue Eddy. That is green lifestyle energy right there, powering all of our lipos, even powering up our Zip EQ, our LED line course, and there is Scully's office. I pull 275 watts off of that Blue Eddy machine with all those screens. And some of those cameras are even powered by Blue Eddy. And then last night, Marcus hooked us up. That Blue Eddy cooler right there has its own ice machine in it. And yeah, we may have used a bit of that ice last night in our qualifying and D-Main, E-Main championship party. Powered by Blue Eddy, and you got a chance to win on site in our social media contest. Make sure you visit the Blue Eddy tent or plug into any of those Blue Eddys you see around the grounds and take advantage of their amazing power stations to charge your lipos, your cell phone, your watch, or whatever you need at the Blue Eddy booth across the way. And use the official hashtags MultiGP and Blue Eddy _official with Blue Eddy and hashtag Blue Eddy Power for a chance to win an amazing Blue Eddy prize, and that prize will be shipped to you after the event. BlueEddyPower.com to get your Blue Eddy. Thanks to them, one of our great sponsors powering the 2024 MultiGP Championship. This championship is one for the books, and I am talking not about the A main. We don't know what's going to happen there. This B main is a wild one, and the ride ain't over yet. It's Chase the Ace round number 3. Pino just got an ace. Tamate holding on to an ace. It's on Star Plat and Dubicki to get a win this round to push it to a 4th round of Chase the Ace. Let's go green. Good luck, pilots. Arm your quads. Stand by. Stand by. Little excitement there. We're gonna make it work. That is not a false start. That was before we even went through our sequence. We just fell off the launch stand. Been there, guys. You should have seen when Nurk fell onto the launch stand. It happens. Those things are slippery. Chase the Ace round number 3, going green. Pilots, arm your quads. Live on the tone in less than 5. All 4 through. Star Plat, Deja Vu all over again, sitting number 1, now into the number 2 spot. He's up there with Dubicki, Tamate, and Pino is running 4th right now, but we could see anything could happen. Remember, Star Plat and Dubicki are the ones trying to get aces right now to get a win, a W of this B Main Championship. And there's Tamate, Star Plat, Dubicki, 1, 2, and 3, and Pino now onto that 4th and final lap. So Tamate in the lead, he has an ace, and closest to him, Star Plat, who's hungry for one. And Pino within that mix as well, who also has an ace. Dubicki down. Dubicki, one of our first aceless pilots. Tamate and Star Plat, 7/10 of a second apart here onto the final lap. Pino, 2.4 seconds back. Tamate and Star Plat, the ones to watch. If Tamate wins, we're done. If Star Plat wins, Star Plat just got by Tamate. They just about hit right there. Who is going to get to that gate first? It looks like Tamate. Tamate just ahead of Star Plat. 0.3 of a second to make Tamate your 2024 Pro Class B Main Champion. Results are official. Results are official. Coming in. That was wild. Looking at those digits. So let's start with 4th place. A 4th, a 3rd, and a 4th. That'll be Dubicki, 4th in our B Main Championship. Then a 3rd and a pair of seconds for Star Plat to be your 2nd runner-up, 3rd on our podium. And we went to the turn. A 1st, a 2nd, and a 3rd, not necessarily in that order, to make Pino your reserve champion of the B Main. And Tamate had a 4th, but forget about that. 2 aces is what it takes. And 2 aces puts Tamate top of the box as your B Main champion. That was insane. Retrieving some quads, retrieving some parts, and standing by for her podium presentations. And so while we await that, do we want to see that final lap again? That would be some good watching right there, huh? 7/10 of a second. Let's see if I can get to it. I believe I can. Let's see what's going to... Yeah, looks like we're good. I got her queued. A final lap. I have it queued, but then I didn't have it queued because I moused on the wrong thing. I wanted to confirm I had it queued. Here we go. Whoa. Oh no, my thingy's broken. Hold on. For some reason, it is just stuck on fast forward mode. There we go. I don't know how I fixed it. Here is the whole last race. I mean, it's going to take less than a minute. Less than a minute, guys. It'll be okay. It's definitely one to enjoy. It is, there's where we lost to Dubicki. Here's the 3rd and final lap that we're looking at here. Oof. Yeah, something is awry. What a finish there. They want to talk about some points here. I guess there was a question coming in about our scoring. Just got to hit some more buttons here about how we scored them. And so Chase the ace, you need 2 aces. That is first. Second, third, and fourth are decided by your finish points. We add them up. If there's a tie after we add them, the last round is the tie-breaking round called the motocross rule. And so we take a look at the points. So again, 2 aces for Tomate. That gave him first. Pino was second with a first, a second, and a third. That's 6 points. Star Plat had a third and a pair of seconds. That's 7 points. 2 plus 2 plus 3 is 7 for third, whereas Pino was 1, 2, and 3. 1 plus 2 plus 3 is 6. And so that's how those points worked. And our top 4 pilots are standing by, getting set to fly tonight at 7:30 in our championship top 16. And here they are to receive their hardware for their performance. And what a performance it was in our B Main Championship. Our top 4 of the B Main are standing by with Chris Thomas.
All right, first up, I'm going to bring the third runner-up, 4th place, Potato, a.k.a. Dubicki. I've got a ribbon here for you. We're very proud of you for making it this far, and you're going to be moving on to the A mains. What is your secret to being so fast?
My secret, Chris, well, this time is a special one for me because I've missed out on top 16 a few times. I'm happy to be back. And who I really want to credit this to is Big Boss, Hyper. He slept in my bed last night. I think a little bit of his speed rubbed off on me there.
You heard it here first. If you share a bed with Hyper, or if he sleeps in your bed, I don't know. It's weird superstition among the drone pilots around here. Is there anybody you want to say thank you to?
Yeah, thank you. I want to say thank you to Ryan for spotting me. I want to say thank you to my parents because I love them. I love Ryan, too. Want to clarify that. And the rest of the pilots here. Love them all.
All right, excellent. Well, congratulations on your 4th place finish, and we'll be looking forward to seeing you in the race coming up. Let's get a picture here real quick. Let's not get a... All right, now 3rd place, 2nd runner-up is Starplat. Coming up here, Starplat. Congratulations. Here's a coin for you. So you're going to be moving on to the B mains, from the B mains to the A mains. And I saw at one point you crashed and got back up, and you can go a lot faster than you've been flying. Are you planning to turn that speed on or just try to stay consistent?
Well, actually, I'm trying to go be speedy, but my props doesn't support me to do that. So yeah, I just can't go no more fast.
Well, that might be a problem coming up in the A mains, but I'm sure that you'll find a way to solve it. I know that your family comes with you to support you, but you might have some more family back home. What would you like to say to your family right now?
All right, so first, I really appreciate to my mom, to my dad, and for to MultiGP and to my sponsors. So first, for my dad and mom, they support me from China to America for like everything, you know, in my daily life, for my drones, for my quads, for my props, for my batteries. They support me everything, and also I just gotta appreciate for MultiGP. The MultiGP, I was really glad that MultiGP could invite me into this race, and I also gotta say thank you to my sponsor, especially Gemfan, because I lost my luggage in the international airport, but Gemfan had given me a lot of props when I lost my props, so I just really appreciate to all of my sponsors. Yes.
Well, that's great. So a big part of international travel is losing your bags. And for those of us who've done a lot of it, it does happen, and it's terrible. So really great to see you pushing through. We look forward to seeing you there in the brackets. Let's take some pictures real quick, and then we'll bring up our next
Oh, by the way, I just gotta say that I'm Chinese who comes from California, and yeah, that's all. There's just
All right, go China. And California. All right, first runner-up in second place, it is Pino. I think I've given you some awards here before. There's a coin for you. I've got a bag full of prizes for you. You have an entourage, it seems like, everywhere you go. This event is no different. You've got camera crews following you around. What is it that you do that builds this entourage whenever you go around?
Listen, I just try to make friends when I'm here. I try to have fun with my friends, and that's certainly what we're doing here.
Well, that's awesome, and I definitely see you having a great time. You were always in good spirits at these drone races. Just like I've given the rest of the pilots, if you've got anybody in your life who's supporting you, sponsors, things like that, this is your opportunity to give them a shout out.
Well, thank you to my sponsors, Rect, VCI, GemFan, T-Motor, just everyone that supports me. I'm missing one, but it's blanking. I'm blanking. And a big thank you to all my friends, Noah for pitting for me, Leon for filming, my family, my parents. They're awesome. And yeah, thank you.
All right, well, congratulations. Let's get a picture here. All right, and our winner of the B main, hard-fought battle, definitely a crowd favorite. What are you trying to do? See how many things I can juggle? I've got a whole bunch of stuff. It's Tomate. First place. Way to go, man. Here, let me start by unloading some of this gear. That's not mine. That's yours. Prizes. Beautiful Torvald bag just for you. And, man, they went bananas in the pits when you won. You seem to be the crowd favorite, and you're about to roll into the A mains, race against the robots. Do you think you got a chance?
Well, definitely my main goal was to just get into top 16. So during qualifying, during B mains, I was a bit nervous. But since I've now gotten, I feel like I can let loose and just fly how I should be.
All right. Well, I mean, I think now you've already accomplished something pretty amazing. Winning that main right there is a feat. So moving on, I think you've got the right strategy. Just either bring your quad home in a box of parts or bring an award back home. I think you're one of the few pilots who are here right now from South America, and probably time that you say thanks to some of those people back home who I'm sure they're tuned in and watching.
Yeah, it's incredible the support I have, and I cannot thank anyone enough for all the support I get, especially from all the Latin American community, La Comunidad in Chile. It's incredible. I get so much support, and I'm eternally grateful for that.
Well, congratulations again on your win. I look forward to see how you do in the A mains tonight. It's going to be an unbelievable battle. Let's get our photos, and then that way we can say goodbye to everybody and take a little bit of break so we can get ready.
Yes, sir. Congratulations to Tomate. And we want to take a look back there at the last lap. Tomate and Star Platt here in slow motion in just a second. Here we go. It's Tomate now. He led all 3 laps, and Star Platt was looking for that elusive ace, and he almost caught Tomate. Let's pick things up here at the Hobby Wing Dive. First we go Tomate through, then Star Platt behind him. And I love this replay because it is chase cam after chase cam. Let's go over to the TBS Triple Tower. I want you to watch the similarity of these lines right here. Tomate first one to it, but look how close Star Platt was. Hit a little bit of the air brakes, and you can see the shadow of Star Platt on the tower chasing Tomate in Tomate's feed. So now both of us lining up here on the middle. Look at Star Platt's feed. You're watching Tomate go through the center of the TBS Triple Tower, and now both of them lining up on the center. And it's like at this point, you see Tamate finds a gear there, watching on board back and forth here on Starplat. Tamate finds a little bit of a gear, and so now we go to the next section, over the hurdle to the bow tie, and Starplat's like, this is my moment to strike. Tamate already making the turn before he gets to the gate, and Starplat says, I like that line. Let me do the exact same thing. Bow tie section here. Now we go to that bottom left gate. Starplat has now pushed himself just ahead, but Tamate has more momentum. There is Tamate just in front of Starplat. Again, they're going to finish here. We know this, just 0.3 of a second apart, but so many opportunities here to have pushed it another round in that bow tie section. Watch this. Both of them going inverted, but the aggressive turn here on Starplat in the bottom left. Now we come to the bow tie section, and it should be Starplat just ahead of Tamate, but Tamate says no. Both of them right now are almost on top of each other, and there, as you can see in the middle of Starplat, you have in front of Starplat Tamate, and in front of Tamate, you see both shadows of Starplat and Tamate as the sun's behind them. Yes, sir. Let's go into this flag, and of course, coming up next, the high gate into our box screw section. There we go. Look how close Tamate was right here. The story just about changed. And it did for just a second as Starplat took the lead going into the box screw section. At this point, he was in the lead. But look at the line Tamate took. Now Tamate back in the lead. He says hello to Din first. And then Starplat coming in. And because we've already seen Tamate goes tighter inverted, he will repeat again here at the HD0 cube and over Fox here. Now Tamate's pulled away, right? Over Fox here. He's clear for the checkered line. Ace number 2 coming in. Tamate, your B main champion. And he is back tonight with Dubicki, Starplat, and Pino. Your top 4 in our B main that we're going to feature tonight at 7:30 here on the MultiGP YouTube channel, as they will be matched up tonight with the big roster of pilots: Neukel, Formula, Screecher, the Milkman, J-Box, Hyper, Leviathan, Chris M FPV, Pavelos, Propsicle, Min J FPV, and our reigning 2-time MultiGP champion going for his 3rd MultiGP championship tonight, MCK FPV. Those 16 pilots getting set to wage battle for the title of 2024 MultiGP champion right here at the No Quarter Ranch in Citrus Springs, Florida on the MultiGP YouTube channel. We're going to be back here in 2 hours, 45 minutes, 7:30 p.m. on the MultiGP YouTube channel, as it'll be the climax, and it'll be an amazing finish as we get set to go to that elite top 16 at the 2024 champs. We'll see you then as the 2024 MultiGP Champs Week rolls on.